Chris Bucket, and welcome to MLG Weekly, the most in-depth coverage of the world of competitive gaming. This week, we go back to Providence for a recap of the 2011 Major League Gaming Pro Circuit National Championships. After defeating Nestea and Huck successively, Naniwa went into the winner's bracket finals feeling confident, as did his 12th-seeded opponent, DRG.
We practiced together at the NBA house, but you did improve, Naniwa, but you're still no match for me.
Gentlemen, if you will please shake hands. To your booths, let's get it started.
In Game 1 on Dual Sight, Naniwa went for a Forge Expand, while DRG went for a Gasless one. After dealing with some early Zergling pressure from DRG, the Silent Swede was able to make an aggressive push with +1 Zealots and get DRG's natural hatchery into very deep red. A Stalker drop a few moments later finished off the hatchery. With that, Naniwa made a follow-up push with Colossi to seal the win.
That Colossus can take out so many lanes, and GG! Naniwa showing such a fierce play there.
DRG chose Metalopolis for Game 2 and went for a very fast gold base after a speedling opening. Naniwa decided to go for a strong 2-base push to shut down the gold expansion and was able to do so with the support of a lone Colossus. Naniwa's force fields and positioning were perfectly executed during the attack, which allowed him to roll over DRG's low-tech army to win the series 2-0 and advance to the championship match.
Naniwa crushing DRG. What? Guys, give it up for Naniwa.
I beat Nestea 2 times this weekend. Why should I fear any Zerg? When I first came to Korea, DRG was the first Zerg I played against a lot. And I got the best win record against him too, in the house, in the first day I was there. So I think my style matches up against his quite well.
Lennox's run through some of the best players in the world would bring him to a daunting losers bracket finals match against Zerg master Dongray Gu. Since Lennox already lost to DRG in his winners bracket round 2 match, he faced a 2-0 deficit and would need 4 wins to take the best of 7 and move on to face Naniwa in the championship match. Undaunted by the deficit, the young Zerg rattled off 3 victories in a row, extending his losers bracket streak to 10 straight and putting himself 1 game away from the championship finals. 1 game away from elimination, Dongray Gu rallied back to tie the series, forcing a decisive 7th game.
If he gets a hit here, these Zerglings will clean it up. And guys, I think we're going to see a GG. We're going to tie it up, and we're going to go to the 7th and final game of this series. And there it is, wow. GG!
The final game was as dramatic as they get, with neither player seeming to hang on to the lead for more than a minute as they battled back and forth. With the final gigantic bangling explosion, Lennox earned his spot in the championship match.
A huge upset there. He was down by 2 games, able to win 4 out of the next 5.
In Game 1 on Chikura's Plateau, Lennox attempted to secure a very quick win with a Roach Rush. Naniwa was able to see the attack coming by scouting with his first 2 Zealots and built 3 cannons to defend the attack. From there, Naniwa used his economic advantage to contain Lennox with sentries while taking a 3rd base. A huge blink into Lennox's main dealt the killing blow and gave Naniwa a 1-0 lead in the final series.
Naniwa 1 game away!
Lennox chose Shattered Temple for Game 2 and was up against another Nexus First build from Naniwa. Nani would deny Lennox's first 4 Zerglings from doing any damage with expert building placement and a pro block at his ramp. Lennox tried to even the score with some Roach aggression, but Naniwa managed to hold it, taking nearly no losses. From there, Naniwa transitioned into a Stargate and used a low ground pylon to warp Zealots into Lennox's main with vision from his air units. Lennox cleaned up the attack easily and put the pressure back on the Swede with Hydralisk and Infestors. Nani held and quickly countered, but Lennox's Corruptors arrived just in time to clean up Naniwa's Colossi. Without a 3rd base, Lennox overran Naniwa to tie the series at 1 apiece. In Game 3 on Dual Sight, Naniwa was 1 game away from taking the title, but the young Zerg was ready to fight to the end and force a best of 7. He went for a 6-pull to counter Naniwa's fast expansion. Naniwa stopped it by getting a cannon to defend his mineral line, but a few quick roaches from Lennox forced a cancel. From there, Leenock jumped far ahead, using his Mutalisync switch to pick Naniwa apart and extend the series.
The Stalker does well. It is 69 supply, and he's going to do it. He is going to do it. We are going on to another best of 3. Leenock making this one hell of a finals.
Now up 2-1 in the series, the young Zerg was 2 games away from stealing the best of 7. In Game 4, Leenock went for the same Roach Rush that he did in Game 1, canceling his hatchery and instead making a ton of Roaches and Speedlings. But unlike Game 1, Naniwa did not scout the coming rush and was quickly overrun by Leenock's forces.
He cannot make any more units right now, and there's additional reinforcements streaming in. The Zerglings are going to be outside this expansion in just a moment. The force fields were not going to hold here. The cannons will not complete, and it is good game!
Naniwa chose Xel'Naga Caverns for Game 5 and would once again see his Forge expand under attack from the early Roach play from the Zerg. This time, Naniwa's cannons could not protect his Nexus on the wide-open natural expansion of Xel'Naga. After gaining the edge, Leenock teched up the tunneling claws for his Roaches and built a few Infestors for support. He won the first big engagement, cleaning up Naniwa's Colossi, and a few moments later killed the third base, forcing the surrender.
And the gold base about to go up here for Leenock. This kid might be $50,000 richer. He's going in once again.
He's going for it. Crouching Roaches, Crouching Tiger, hidden Roaches, whatever he's got. Try and clean this up. He is currently completely decimating everything. The pros getting in on the battle. The Stalkers are warping in. The Colossus in the back doing so much damage. He is not going to be able to break this. Naniwa has held on. That was a horrible engagement for Leenock. He needs to make sure not to engage up that ramp, and Naniwa needs to make sure that every battle from here on out goes away. There's a congratulations!
GG!
Leenock has done it! Leenock has done it!
I still think I'm dreaming, and I won the tournament because all the fans were out there cheering. I just got energy from them. I've been watching his games, and he did a lot of Forge Nexus, so I knew they would do it, but I had to be careful because since it's the final.
At 16 years of age, Leenock is one of the youngest MLG champions. He blasted his way through the sold-out open bracket, upsetting 5 former MLG champions on his way to the title. In the toughest tournament in MLG history, Naniwa, MMA, MVP, Huck, and Idra all fell victim to Leenock. It's safe to say that the Starcraft world will be seeing this young Zerg master competing and winning for years to come. Congratulations once again to Leenock, Major League Gaming's 2011 Starcraft II National Champion. The winners bracket finals between Solo Mid and Epic Gaming was a family affair. This matchup pitted Solo Mid's captain Reginald against his brother, the captain of Epic Gaming, Dan Din. Epic Gaming took Game 1 in large part due to Swain's sustain and Akali's assassinations.
And there's Akali, pick it up just in time. Flash on the Reginald, there's Akali as well, and a double kill.
For the next game, TSM elected to switch their composition by drafting Nasus to play top lane. Epic answered back by taking Xerath and Janna as their first picks. Nasus proved to be the wise choice as Soul Mid managed to take Game 2 to extend the series.
They're doing a very good job of keeping the pressure on. There's the ulti coming out. Chaos taking way too much damage. It gets dropped instantly. And Epic is in a very good position for this fight, but you can just see how tiny these slits of health are on the team of TSM and how big they are of Epic. That means squishy to tanky, and that's exactly how that result, or how that fight ended for that result. A very good game by TSM, able to switch it up and pull out a new, or not a new team comp, but a different team comp than last game. And they were able to come out with this one, bringing it to a Game 3 here.
In the decisive Game 3, Epic Gaming's double resurrection team with Zillion and Yorick supporting Vayne proved too much for TSM to handle. Epic advanced to the finals, guaranteeing themselves a top 2 finish. As play resumed Sunday afternoon, Dignitas and Soul Mid squared off in the losers bracket finals for a shot at Epic in the championship. Soul Mid brought out strong strategies with a very practiced jungle Malachi from the Odd One. With these tactics, the Odd One supported Reginald's aggressive playstyle by disrupting Dignitas' Skara in the middle lane. This strategy paid off, and Soul Mid swept Dignitas 2-0.
And it is going to be Team Solo Mid having their way with Dignitas inside of their own base.
Yeah, that's another ace for them in a row, and they're down to the inhibitor. This is almost definitely going to be Solo Mid taking the 2-0 and having another chance against Epic in the grand finals.
With TSM advancing to the finals, this set up another rematch between Reginald and his brother. In the championship final, Seoul Mid came out strong out of the gates. Epic Gaming allowed TSM to draft Maokai in every game despite the series against Dignitas. Once again, the Odd One put heavy pressure on the AP solos from Epic Gaming.
And like I said, they just stop attacking that person. They have enough time to wait for him to go down, and the Zillion ulti just not seeming as good as it was before in these fights.
Combined with the Rain Man's Yorick with teleport, TSM controlled the map in 3 straight games to earn the title of Major League Gaming National Champion.
Rain Man is not stopping at hitting the Nexus. He is continuing to just not care about the damage that's happening. Only a few more to go. TSM will take MLG Providence.
Crowd chanting for TSM. They deserved it. They absolutely deserved it. They came back so strong today.
This tournament, we played really solid. In a lot of our past tournaments, we played well, but not perfect. In today's performance, I would say that we played one of the best matches and best series that we played in our law careers. And that's the reason why we won today.
Congratulations to Team Solo Mid, the 2011 MLG League of Legends National Champions. 7-seed Next Threat continued their unlikely run in the winners bracket finals by outlasting heavily favored Optic Gaming in a tight 5-game series. Optic, after taking a 2-0 lead, fell apart, dropping the next 3 games.
And you hear Sensor, he's keeping his team like on point. He's like, guys, calm down, take it easy, relax, focus.
And that's going to do it right there. Quantic Next Threat tying this series back up at 2. You want a winner bracket finals that goes the distance. We're going the full run.
15 seconds left on the clock here. We're going to have Merc manage to take out Sensor. Merc is still alive, Corey. There's going to be 9 seconds left on the clock here. And we're going to see Next Threat go to the championship match. Unbelievable. They're going to the finals. Out of this world.
With this victory, Next Threat advanced to the championship match for the first time this season, while Optic would have to wait for an opponent in the losers bracket finals.
Amazing, I'm speechless. I mean, this is the moment that we've been waiting for the entire season long. We always have something that doesn't go our way every single event, and what better time for it to come our way in the national championship match. It's amazing. I can't believe this is happening right now.
Meanwhile, in the losers bracket, 2 teams were steadily picking up momentum. SVG collapsed, the runners-up from the Raleigh event, went on a run for the ages, dispatching 3rd seed Quantic Fear in round 7, and then 4th seed Icons Extravagant in the following round. Running in parallel was 5th seed Eon Envy, who took down Quantic Leverage. Envy would stop Collapse's run and face Optic Gaming in the losers finals. After making quick work of Optic in Game 1, the top seed would fight their way back on Villa Search and Destroy to tie the series at 3 apiece.
3-3, we're all tied up.
But Envy planted and defended perfectly and took the second game, putting a reeling Optic on the brink of elimination.
Saints able to pick up one. Rotate, picks up a 2-piece.
In Game 3, Optic couldn't muster enough firepower on Domination Summit as Envy completed the sweep and moved on to face Next Threat in the championship finals.
Absolutely amazing, because these are 2 teams that I've wanted it so bad throughout the entire season.
You know, I think at this point we're really strong in every game type, and that's why we're here. So, like in Orlando, the last 2 events we placed 3rd. So the last 2 events, we've really missed out on our Search and Destroy game, and that was kind of the final piece of the puzzle.
Quantic Next Threat, powered by the slaying of Vengeance and Mutation, were able to completely control the first and second maps, taking a quick 2-0 lead in the series.
And Tito has the flag, but this is going to be a great time for Virus to make the stop, and Virus does not make the stop, and flag is going to be pulled.
That's a great counter pull coming in there from Sensor, but Saints is wrapping all the way back around, and Sensor's just holding on to this flag out there in the spotlight. They're just kind of holding it down.
Really, you couldn't ask for a better opening to the national championship match there. Sensor and company going big. Vengeance coming up clutch numerous times. Beautiful play by Vengeance. You can't say better things about Vengeance. He is just an absolute animal. He gets 2 kills.
2-0 in this series for $50,000. Quantic Next Threat leads this one here over Eon Envy.
Game 3 domination seemed to be a completely different series. This could have been labeled as the key momentum swing of the championship, as Eon Envy were able to completely overwhelm Quantic with a 100-point differential in the second half alone. At this point, fans everywhere began expecting another epic comeback. In Game 4, Hastro helped his team regain composure as Stainville dropped 15 kills, capping the lone flag in the first half.
As right now, again, they spawn over there. They've had 2 guys inside a steam room. As now, Stainville, they're just pulling the flag whenever they want to. There's no actual real purpose behind it. And he gets stunned down again. Great job by Stainville sliding in.
Down.
This is going to work for him. Again, 3 down like you mentioned. Virus left alive. And it worked out in their favor there with Stainville.
The second half was no different. Eon Envy controlled all the momentum and tied the series at 2-2.
2-1 goes to Eon Envy.
Quantic Next Threat came out looking a little jumpy in Game 5, dropping the first round after lots of mistakes. But they quickly regained their composure, easily winning rounds 2 and 3.
2 rounds is all it's going to take at this point here, Corey. 2 rounds for Next Threat to become the first ever Call of Duty Black Ops national champions.
Round 4 came down to a 1v1, but Next Threat continued to roll.
Currently being diffused right now. Nice stun coming out.
Up 3-1 in the final map, Quantic Next Threat found themselves 1 round away from winning the national championship. Eon Envy managed to take the 5th round, but Virus from Quantic wouldn't let that change the momentum of the series. With one of the quickest 3 kills of the tournament, Virus put the final nails in Envy's coffin, giving Next Threat the win and the national championship.
People left alive for Envious. Virus has every opportunity to come up clutch.
15 seconds left.
15 seconds left in the game. Can Virus do it? Can he be the hero of Next Threat, the hero of Quantic Gaming? He managed to take one guy out. He takes the
Let's go! Yes! I love you! I love you, Virus! I love you!
To be honest, I don't even know. We just flowed. Everything worked perfectly for us, and everything was just perfect. I mean, we didn't drop a series. It was just great. It's an amazing feeling.
I honestly thought that we'd probably come to this event without any practice again, get 7th or 8th like we have been for the most of the season, really. And to really come here and beat all these great teams it feels really great to prove to people that practice doesn't necessarily mean everything. You still have to execute on LAN.
I'm satisfied with 2nd place. Like, we should have had it, but with that 3-0 lead they had, it's kind of hard to come back, but proud of them. They played really well, but they deserve that win.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people would really kill to be in our spot, so you can't really be disappointed with 2nd, even though we would have liked 1st, but got to just settle sometimes.
On their path to victory, Quantic Next Threat took down the top-seeded teams in the world on their way to being crowned the 2011 national champions. Congratulations to Virus, Mutation, Vengeance, and Dougie Fresh on their hard-fought win and their well-deserved $50,000 check. Meanwhile, in the winners bracket finals, Instinct mounted their sleigh horse and stampeded over Believe the Hype. In the first game on Countdown TTF, Roy found his old form going positive 11 with stellar play.
Mighty interesting for Believe the Hype. All 4 of them are alive, and Pistola is just on a tear.
You see Pistola, he's going to be rolling around.
There it comes, the train! They have to be careful. If all of them die, Instinct will be guaranteed a flag cap. Here comes the assault. Reliable is 2nd level with Ogre 2. Ogre 2 is going to embarrass him. Maniac is the last one alive coming through garage door. He has 2 grenades, and now they're going to be used, and Instinct is just going to make them pay for capping that flag number 4.
The second game, Team Slayer on the pit, was evenly matched at the beginning, but Instinct ran away with it at the end behind Pistola's 14-8 performance. Finally, on Oasis King of the Hill, huge killing sprees from Roy, Pistola, and Lunchbox completed the route and sent Believe the Hype to the losers bracket finals.
We're looking at it 53-0. Roy hitting a huge headshot on Reliable.
He's dropping in about 10 seconds, so big comeback here from BTH, cutting that lead in half. So we'll see how these weapons drop. Hey, for Chris, by grabbing this next sniper, looks like he seems to be getting all of these, huh?
Roy just on top of the sniper.
It makes it very difficult for them to push on a hill that is across the map. So really great job by Lunchbox and all of Instinct.
So there you go. Congratulations to Instinct for winning the winners bracket finals.
Basically, we rounded ourselves. We practiced the game types we were weak at, and now we're not weak at any game types, and nobody's getting any free wins on us this tournament.
The big question coming into the losers bracket finals was whether or not Believe the Hype could refocus after being routed just minutes before by Team Instinct. And after the first game, things looked good. With great play from Snipedown and Cloud, they were able to shake off their loss to the God Squad and take Game 1. But things went south from there. BTH would blow leads in both Games 2 and 3 before returning with a strong performance on Pit CTF in Game 4, tying the series.
Really wondering how these teams, if they are really going to change up their beginnings. And Snipedown, sniping Royal 2.
And Snipedown will get the flag all the way back to his pit, back to the plat, and this game is over as BTH ties it up at 2-2.
In Game 5, Warriors would get back on track. Behind great play from youngsters Royal 2 and Snakebite, they regrouped to defeat Snipedown and company, earning a spot in the championship match.
Royal 2 putting on a show. They are just dominating here, but he is unable to do so. Snipedown is on a killing spree, however, and they are trying, but that is 49-45. As Believe the Hype is just one death away. Snakebite is going for the melee. Will he be able to get it? No! Reliable is going to stop him, and Jarsky will get the final kill. Warriors will now advance to the grand finals of our national championship.
It's been a hell of a day, and I'm just, glad we're here. The majority of all the success for today, how it happened, was basically all hard. Every game, that we were down 2-1 in the series, we just dug deep. We believed in each other and went from there.
I mean, Instinct's a great team. We're gonna have to keep playing well to beat them, but I like our chances.
In the finals, Warriors faced an uphill climb. From the very start of the series, Instinct's teamwork proved unstoppable. Behind some incredible sniping from Roy and complete map domination, they rolled to victory.
It's just been incredible play by Instinct. You heard during the listen-in how intense Instinct is right now. Screaming everything. It definitely can change the whole complexion of the game, as Instinct's going to hop into the hill and finish the game off 250 to 112 to take a 1-0 lead here in our grand finals.
Game 2 Countdown Team Slayer saw Instinct milk an early lead, which led to late domination. Pistola continued to go positive, building on his tournament-leading 1.31 kill-to-death ratio.
To say the very least. And Pistola is just on a tear. He has to be careful. Lunchbox is right on his track. And no Snakebite!
Game changer.
One kill away. All four members of Warriors, for the first time all game, will be up top, and Ogre 2 will get the back smack. That is going to do it. 2-0. Instinct leads over Warriors.
In Game 3's Pit CTF, the domination continued as Instinct steamrolled over Warriors to take the title. In a fitting finale from the best player in the world, Ogre 2 went on a killing spree to finish +8 alongside his partner from his 2010 National Championship run, Pistola.
Have to take a 3-1 lead.
It's safe to say Pistola wakes up and he pisses excellence. Battle of the twos there in that one. Snakebite and Clutch now are the only ones. Snakebite coming off the respawn, do not want to give up an easy cap.
Pistola using that evade, going all the way through the green.
Ogre 2 is right there to be able to continue it. Snakebite picked up a huge double kill. Here comes the nade, but Ogre 2 does have the rocket, so he has to be careful. And Ogre 2 is going to do that. But oh, what is Warriors attempting here? They have to stop this flag. Instinct is one flag cap away from being the national champions. They cannot try to run a counter here.
Pistola is going to be running this flag in. This looks like it's going to be it, as the birthday boy is going to put in the 5th and final flag cap. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. You have your 2011 national champions Instinct.
We got into the league in 07, and this has been our dream for, the last 5 years. And today we finally accomplished it. And I did it with my brother. It's the best day of our lives.
Like you said, we've been playing this game for 5 years. I've pretty much dedicated my life to it at this point. This pretty much makes it all worth it. I've wanted to win one of these since watching Final Boss do it in 2007. It's a spectacular feeling, let me tell you.
It feels amazing, honestly. Doing it with this team feels a little bit different than in the past. I feel like I'm better friends with these guys than any of my other teams, possibly. Maybe at one point, it's about even, but the Browns are just amazing guys. I'm glad I finally got to team with them. Been wanting to team with them for a few years. And me and Pistola have been together for a while now, and he's like my little brother that I never had.
For Roy and Lunchbox, it was their first national championship title, and for Pistola, his second in a row. But the real story here is Ogre 2. With this victory, he gained his 5th national championship in 8 seasons, solidifying his title as the greatest Halo player of all time. Congratulations to Instinct on taking home their 3rd trophy of the year, $100,000, and the 2011 MLG National Championship. Well, that's it for this week's episode. Join us next time on MLG Weekly when we bring you the most in-depth coverage of the world of competitive gaming.